glittering spectacle that is the Birsa Munda International Hockey Stadium. Just a 19 degrees centigrade, a little chilly, absolutely no wind out there, humidity just 55%, but forget the weather report, the weather is going to get heated up on the pitch as we look ahead to another big game tonight. Of course, the women have traveled all the way from Ranchi, and now the Delhi SG Pipers are taking on JSW Soorma Hockey Club in match number 6 of the women's competition of the Hero HIL. Remember, they are playing most of their matches, almost all their matches at Ranchi, but this one especially, they are here, and that's the reason Hero HIL and all the fans here in Rourkela are going to get a good proper sighting of the Pipers as well as the Soorma Hockey Club. Good evening and welcome back to Hockey Live. I'm Sanjeev Mukherjee, of course with me, Sandy Man, as I call him, Sandeep Somesh is in the house, 1998 Asian Games gold medalist, a former coach of the Indian women's hockey team, and a man who knows more than just a thing or two about the game of hockey. As we set up this show, as we look ahead to the match tonight, that's later, let's first take a quick look at the points table, how things stand. Let's look at how things stand between the men. First and foremost, you look at the men's table, of course, the Dragons they're breathing fire. And the Tigers have suddenly come into their own. They're woken up. They are number 2 with 12 points out of 6. So remember, only 2 teams have played 70s. The Lancers putting in a fabulous performance last night. They're number 3 with 10 from 7. And Hyderabad Tufans, they are on 10 points from number 6. Delhi SG Pipers, remember, they are yet to open their account as far as getting an outright victory is concerned. Now, this is the men's table, and of course, there's a fair bit of competition. We're going to talk about it, but the women's section, the women's points table is also heating up. Remember, there are only 4 teams who are participating in the women's category of the Hero HIL, and of course, 2 of them are on show tonight. The Delhi SG Pipers and the JSW Soorma Hockey Club. Remember, the Srachirar Bengal Tigers, or Tigresses, I would say, they're also there in the fray, and there they are. The Soorma Hockey Club are doing no injustice to their reputation. They're right now number 1, followed by the Odisha Warriors, the Srachirar Bengal Tigers, number 3, and the SG Pipers are yet here again. They're at the bottom of the table. Sandeep Somesh, 25 matches in the men's category, 5 in the women's, 30 games on. Hero HIL, how much is it encouraging new fans to take to the sport as you see it?
I mean, if you're talking about the fans aspect, Sanjeev, this has been very exciting tournament, no two ways about it. The competition level, the level of commitment from the players, they've been right on top. But if you come back to the points table, I think there's a fair bit of distance that is beginning to build between the bottom 2, Gonasika and SG Pipers, and the rest of the 6. So I think it's going to come down to the 6 teams now. I'm not really sure.
The pool stage will be even more exciting. That's what you're saying?
It will be exciting, but for them to make an upset and come back into the top 4 eventually, they'll have to play out of their skins, which from what I've seen, I don't think that is really
very difficult as it stands now.
As it stands now, unless there's some magic that happens. And
unless there's some magic.
Yeah.
But of course, the special thing about the fact that the Hero HIL springing back to life, and that's been the most important thing. It's not just Indian hockey fans or Indian hockey, but the world sport is also looking with bated breath at Hero HIL.
Absolutely, but let us look at it from the Indian perspective. When we had the first edition of the Hero Hockey India League, and what happened after that? That resulted in our Olympic medal, right? So that was the reason of our youngsters being able to brush shoulders with the best in the world,
right?
In that period of 13, 14, 15 during the first edition, and that's what's happened. And I can tell you, with the conversation I had with some of the foreign players, overseas players who come and play this, how much they are enjoying this competition.
Of course.
And they look forward to be part of this. It's a different story as some of them may be pulled out due to personal reasons, but this is the place to play hockey.
Absolutely. And the fact that they've decided to be away from their families for this game of hockey shows their love and unconditional support for Hero HIL. On that note, a small little break. When we come back, lots more. So stay right here.
राम ये नाम इस महादेश की चेतना में रचा बसा है। प्रभु श्री राम की कथा रामायण हम सब ने सुनी या पढ़ी है, और उस कथा को हम सबको दिखाने वाले थे श्री रामानंद सागर जी। मंगल पावन सरस सुहावन लगभग 36 साल के बाद रमानंद सागर का परिवार फिर लेकर आ रहा है एक अद्भुत राम कथा काकभूषणी रामायण।
दुविधा शंका दोष मिटाती
उनकी अनसुनी कथाएं जिसके सूत्रधार राम भक्त सिद्ध काकभूषणी स्वयं है। काकभूषणी को तो जानते होंगे आप लोग। जी हाँ, ये श्री राम के सर्वश्रेष्ठ भक्त हैं जिन्होंने अब तक अनेकों युगों में 14 बार रामायण देखी है।
14 बार श्री राम अवतार का दुर्लभ दर्शन पाया इन्होंने। 27 कल्पों से राम कथा नित गाते अजर अमर है, अजर अमर है, अजर अमर है।
राम रसायन और भक्ति के रस में डूबने के लिए आप सब तैयार हो जाइए और इस रामायण को भी वैसे ही प्रेम दीजिए जैसे आपने रामानंद सागर जी की रामायण को दिया था। जय श्री राम।
काकभूषणी रामायण सोमवार से गुरुवार शाम 7:30 बजे, रात 10 बजे पुनः प्रसारण सुबह 9:30 बजे डीडी नेशनल पर।
फौजी की एक ही सोच, एक ही धर्म, एक ही कर्म। आपका देश, हमारा देश, अपना देश, ये भारत देश।
फौजी है, फौजी है।
फौजी 2 सोमवार से गुरुवार रात 9 बजे, पुनः प्रसारण सुबह 11:30 बजे डीडी नेशनल पर।
Welcome back to Hockey Live. As Sandeep Somesh is in the house, we are sitting ahead and looking ahead to another cracker of a game between the Delhi SG Pipers and the Soorma Hockey Club in the women's category right here in Rourkela. But before that, it's a special day, a special evening, and it's going to be a special night for Indian sports, as Sandeep will explain to you. The 2024 National Awards, National Sports Awards, were announced at a glittering ceremony at the Rashtrapati Bhavan earlier today. And of course, a look at the honors list. The Sports Award, the Major Dhyan Chand Khel Ratna Award 2024 for hockey has been given to Harmanpreet Singh, the Indian hockey captain, of course, somebody who has been in absolutely piping hot form over the last couple of seasons. The Arjun Awards category saw 5 awards being given to our hockey stars, with Salima Tete leading the charge, followed by Sanjay, Abhishek, Jarmanpreet Singh, and of course Sukhjit Singh. And last but not the least, there was one award winner in the Dronacharya Award category also, as we saw Sandeep Sangwan, the hockey coach, being awarded the Dronacharya Award 2024. Of course, was a glittering ceremony at the Rashtrapati Bhavan earlier today, and this is what, as they say, the athletes play for and live for. It's not about the money, it's not about the fame. It is to be awarded the highest sporting honor in a country. Nothing can be better than this feeling, Sandeep.
Absolutely. I mean, how proud a moment is that, you know, when what we have done over the years as a player is recognized by the government and the people of the country and the sports organization. Yes, it is indeed a proud moment. But just to correct you, it is not what they play for. You know, in my view, you play to win medals, not to win the awards. And when you win the medals, the awards follow you. Right?
No, I didn't mean you play for an award. Sandeep, don't put words in her mouth, because if you do that, I'm going to come back at you. I mean to say, this is a day every athlete wants to live and see it cherish. Who wouldn't want to be among the best in the world, best in the country?
Not denying that. So my point is, you play to win the medals, and the rest will follow. The good things follow.
Right.
The awards follow.
Right.
The Arjuna Award and Dronacharya Award, those things follow.
But absolutely, it's a culmination in a sense of your sporting journey, as a Salima Tete would have said, coming from the background that she comes from. And she literally had to struggle. Her father, the family had to struggle to make both ends meet and put her into hockey. And look where she is today, rising through the ranks. Is the new coach of the Indian women's hockey team under Harendra Singh. And where has she gone? That's a Salima Tete. That's a fabulous story. Sanjay, Abhishek, Jarmanpreet, Sukhjit. These stars are all playing Hero HIL. and what a momentous occasion. It is more so for the families who have been the backbone of support.
Absolutely. And now we understand why Germanpreet didn't turn up yesterday
Yes,
for the game.
now we
right?
know.
So we were wondering,
Now.
where is he? What is
Where
he?
is Germanpreet?
You know, where is he? That that communication never came across to us. So now we figured out that
Yeah.
he was away at the awards. Same could be with Salima Tete today.
Yeah.
So she also got the
Are you
award.
expecting her? Are you expecting her to be back? Any chance?
I think so. Yeah, she will be back.
You might have some inside information, which I don't.
I mean, she will be. At least that's what I saw on the team sheet. So how they manage that, I don't know. But it's good to see her back on the ground.
And what a story! She made a debut, national debut. I think at the age of just 15 or 16, way back in just 2017, 7 years on, she's conferred with one of the highest sporting awards.
Yeah.
I mean, the immense, the impact of a growth story will spur a lot many other women to not only take into the sport but also focus on the sport.
Yeah, and just to add to that, most of these players are from very humble backgrounds, and believe me when I say that everyone has a story.
Everybody is.
Everyone has a story. I was involved with the women's team for a short while, and it's a story of grit and determination. To achieve, to come out on top, and do things the right way, and just make yourself proud and the country proud. So,
Absolutely.
salute to all of them.
Absolutely. I mean, there have been many efforts made to capture sports stories and struggles of us in sports on celluloid, and of course they've done really, really well. But when you come to the real life stories of sports persons, sporting heroes, not necessarily the people who only win medals, that is beyond anything which any script writer can actually put towards. So of course it's been a red letter day specifically for the Indian hockey stars. Very quickly we take a look at now what's coming up later. In phase 2 of the Hero HIL, now we're moving back to focus, and there are divided into 2 pools, Pool A and Pool B. And of course, you see the Pipers, Tigers, Soorma and Lancers in one. That's A, and B is Gunasika, Tufans, Dragons and Rudras. Sandy, Lancers we watched last night, Tigers we watched the night before. So let's talk about maybe the Dragons. The Dragons still have the lead. They're sitting pretty on 15 points, possibly just 3 points away from securing a final berth.
Yeah, I mean, they've just got better game to game, have they not?
Yeah.
And I think the good thing for me is they have a whole lot of youngsters in the team who have just come up and delivered when it matters most. Goals like this are what win your games, taking those half chances and making sure you convert these goals. And they've done that. They've created the chances. I mean, Yip Janssen,
would you say that perhaps, even if not now, would you say or rather concede that they have the best all-round game which you've seen among all the 8 teams till now?
Yeah, to a far extent, yes. They, along with the maybe Tigers, they're very composed in defense. They, they play out of defense. What I mean is they ensure that defense is tight, and then try and create the attacks up front. And they've done that very well. With players like Yip Janssen handling at the back, he's so much of experience. And with his strength to convert penalty corners, they are a threat, I think.
Absolutely, and that's the reason that Chennai and Tamil Nadu is buzzing with the Dragons. The Dragons are breathing fire, as Sandeep Somesh will verify that. And of course, the interesting thing, the Dragons from Tamil Nadu, a hockey team from Tamil Nadu with the name Dragons, and remember they have a Dutch coach as a head coach who also coaches the German junior team. Well, that's the magic of hockey. Stay right here on Hockey Live. We'll be back.
दूरदर्शन और सारेगामा प्रस्तुत करते हैं भारत का सबसे बड़ा चैलेंज बैटल ऑफ बैंड्स, जो है वेव्स 2025 क्रिएट इन इंडिया चैलेंज का हिस्सा। यहाँ कुछ दोस्त, कुछ भाई बहन, कुछ रिश्तेदार और कुछ गुरु शिष्य मिलकर लड़ेंगे संगीत की जंग, और उनका आकलन करेंगे हमारे प्रतिष्ठित जज राजा हसन और श्रद्धा पंडित। इस मंच को होस्ट करेंगे केतन सिंह। साथ ही भारत के बड़े बड़े नाम भी आएंगे भारत के बेस्ट ऑफ द बैंड्स को जज करने के लिए।
ये है पंजाब।
ये मंच भारत के हर कोने को एक सूत्र में पिरोएगा। ऋषिकेश की वादियों से लेकर मुंबई के समंदर तक, राजस्थान की हवेलियों से लेकर पंजाब की शान तक, गुजरात की मिठास से लेकर उत्तर प्रदेश के अपनापन तक, उत्तर हो या दक्षिण, पूरब हो या पश्चिम, यहाँ एक मंच पर दिखाई देगा पूरा भारत, और यही मंच सुनाएगा भारत का संगीत। ये चैलेंज देश भर के युवा कलाकारों को एक सुर में बांधेगा, और जो विजेता बैंड बनेगा उसकी तो बात ही क्या। सारेगामा की ओर से न सिर्फ खास मौका मिलेगा, बल्कि वेव्स समिट के फिनाले में परफॉर्म करने का सुनहरा अवसर भी दिया जाएगा।
अब सपने फिर सांस लेंगे, संगीत फिर धड़केगा, और सुरों के योद्धा लड़ेंगे अपनी जीत की जंग बैटल ऑफ बैंड्स में। सोमवार से शुक्रवार हर शाम 6 बजे
सिर्फ दूरदर्शन नेशनल पर।
Welcome back to Hockey Live. This as we are counting down to match number 6 in the women's competition. But before that, we are quickly taking a look at how the men's teams are stacked right now. You've seen the points table. We spoke about the Dragons briefly. It's time to not head into the jungle, but talk about the Tigers, the Bengal Tigers. 3 big wins. They looked very impressive, but a little iffy in defense. Then 2 big defeats, and then they come back with a resounding thumper of a win.
Yeah, I mean, it's that sort of a tournament, it's been up and down for them. But look at this for a goal. This was Jugraj, I think it was the first game. And I mean, is Indian hockey in safe hands or what as far as the drag flicks are concerned? Once Harmanpreet is done with his playing days, that was a screamer from Jugraj. But you know what they do so well is, I think now they're coming into a situation where they're getting a fair mix of their players in terms of combination, how they want to go about their job. And, chances created, chances taken.
Chances
so
created,
that's what they are coming into now.
So that's what counts.
Yeah, that's what matters.
Get on
right?
the scoreboard, get on the point sheet. That's exactly why Sandy is saying that they have been effective as well as far as they're taking their chances. Another team which have actually taken the chances well enough, and right now are the only team in this Hero HL till now again to have scored 20 goals at least minimum are the Lancers. Remember, the Lancers didn't really start well, a little iffy, but then they had 2 very big wins, including against the Tigers, then a couple of defeats, and yesterday, what a performance.
I mean, they looked a different team in the second half. Totally decimated the Pipers, didn't they? I think what was so good is in the first half it was pretty neck to neck, but they've obviously done a lot of analysis on what happened in the first half and just turned those things around. Now that is so important in a game of hockey, to try and understand and rework your strategies in the second half, and I think that is something that they're doing exceedingly well. So that is why they were able to run away with the game.
Absolutely, and that's exactly what the Lancers have done, and they also have look at the man on your screens, that the hitsman for the track flicker par excellence, Hendricks with 4 strikes, and of course Thierry Brinkman has gone past Hendricks. He's the top scorer right now with 6 goals to his name. So these 2 overseas talent of the Lancers have together contributed 10 goals apiece. We'll be back with the men's discussion some other day, some other time, in fact. But right now, let's head straight to what we are looking at tonight. Tonight, it's a big clash between the Delhi SG Pipers versus the JSW Soorma Hockey Club. Now, 1 versus 4. Now, if you look at the points table, you can see that the Soorma Hockey Club, they're on a far better place. But why is it a must-win game for the Pipers? We're gonna try and show you. We're going to try and show you the reasons, the factors that you can see on your screens. The Pipers are yet to win their first game. They've lost both their games. They're yet to record their first game. More importantly, the more concerning thing for their coach will be that they are yet to score a single goal. Sandeep, how do they change that?
You know what, Sanjeev? This is like the RCB.
Come again?
It's like the RCB men's team.
You mean to say the cricket?
The cricket. The men's never won, and the women did it for them in RCB.
Right.
They were hoping maybe the SG Piper women's will do it here. That doesn't look likely at the moment.
I can't believe this. I can't believe this. A die-hard RCB fan is bringing himself into this. But the Delhi SG Pipers, of course, they have to make amends for what they've done. They've had a fair bit of chances. They've missed the chances.
No, like
they need to take it.
No, the concern is they've not scored at all.
Yeah.
Right. If you lost, it's still something, but not scoring at all in 2 games,
Is
now
a problem.
that is a challenging factor for the coach of the SG Pipers. Now, what is he going to change, to get them to first start scoring, and then you can think about winning and upset. And Soorma, from the little that I saw, I've been obviously busy with other games here, but from the little that I saw, Soorma are on top of the game, right, doing exceedingly well with 2 straight wins. So the Pipers will really have to figure out how they get this game going and get some goals in their kitty.
That's right. In fact, they have played 120 minutes of hockey, but if you look at the way they have fared, they have not really fared well. They have not yet to score. They haven't been able to take their chances. And of course, penalty corners. We have seen so many teams in the men's competitions happening here also. They've had at least 10 or 11 penalty corners. They have won in the first 2 games, Sandeep, but they have not been able to convert even a single penalty corner. So that's where they stand. They have lost both their matches. They yet to score a goal, which means the result is the headline. It's a must-win game for the Pipers. Now, look at the Soormas. Let's look at the Soormas. I mean, the Soormas, staying true to the name, JSW Soorma Hockey Club. I mean, I'm just picking the Soorma bit. They're just playing like Soormas. 2 games. They've started with 2 wins, and of course, we'll give you a graphic. They've got not 1 or 2, 5 different goal scorers already. You'll see it on your screens. 2 big wins, and of course, they've got 5 different goal scorers. So they have it pretty much sorted and under control, Sandeep.
Not just that, Sanjeev. If you see the first game of the Soormas, they conceded early in the first quarter. Maybe I think in the 7th or 8th minute, they were already a goal down.
Yeah,
They
and
did
they
not
fought
come
back.
back in the second quarter, but they came back in the second half of the game to score 4 goals. So it talks something about what they have, and to have 5 scorers in your team is an absolute luxury. And I just think the coach Jude will be very happy about that. He can go around to his players, and he knows somebody on that day was going to.
But I must stop you here, Sandeep. Why are you saying Coach Jude? He's your old friend, Jude Menezes, former India goalkeeper. Come on, tell us a bit about him.
We played together for a while in the 90s with the same employer, Bharat Petroleum. We played for India together. We played on the club side together, and then he chose to migrate to New Zealand and come from there. But yes, it's good to have him back here as a friend.
No, that's the interesting thing. He's been coaching teams for other nations, and of course, he recently helped Japan, if I'm not mistaken, to get the better of much more fancy teams. But Jude Menezes is a former Indian goalkeeper. He's here as the coach of the JSW Soorma Hockey Club, and interestingly, he's up against another person, Dave Smolinars, who's the Indian assistant coach. So in a certain way, it's India versus India. That's the funny thing, and that's what makes it so interesting. But tell me something: will the Pipers end their drought tonight?
I mean, they'll have to change some things and get the goals going, and unless they do that, unlikely. I don't think so. They will. You
really think it's not going to be? It's now or never game for them.
Yeah, I mean, if they want to, come back and do something, then this is the game where they have to change things.
So Soorma have much more firepower, you're saying?
I think so. They have much more firepower.
Which means if they actually win this game, they've already won 2 on the bounce. They win 3. Remember, each team plays the other twice. Every team plays the other twice. So if they win 3 of their first 6, they are literally halfway through to the semi-finals. Will they do that, or will Delhi hockey fans finally have something to cheer about? More so specifically after last night when their boys fell to a 5-1 hammering by the Lancers. Will the Pipers do the magic and change course of their fortunes tonight? That's the big question. Another small break, and when we come back, Sandeep Somesh, I'm going to take you through how exactly the teams are preparing for this one.
रग रग में है खेलों का रोमांच, और एक ही महामंच पर भरे जा रहे हैं देश दुनिया के हर खेलों के रंग। ओलंपिक खेल हों या फीफा वर्ल्ड कप के जांबाज प्रदर्शन, शीर्ष की ओर कदम बढ़ाते मेन इन ब्लू, एशियन गेम्स का रोमांच, या फिर वर्ल्ड कप बॉक्सिंग के सुपर पंच, हॉकी वर्ल्ड कप के रोमांचक पलों को भी कैद करता आ रहा है डीडी स्पोर्ट्स। देखें हर खेल
सिर्फ डीडी स्पोर्ट्स पर।
ये सफर है एक जुनून का, कुछ हौसलों का, जानवरों, अपनी मिट्टी और इसके लोगों से मेरी बेपनाह मोहब्बत का। मैं हूं प्रतीक वासन, एक ट्रैवल जर्नलिस्ट और एक एडवेंचरर।
क्या हाल है नानू? कब आए मेले में आप? बताओ कैसे हो? मैं बस अभी आया। घोड़ा कैसे दिलवाएगा?
घोड़े चलेंगे सर जी, अभी अच्छे अच्छे घोड़े आए हुए हैं हमारे मेले में पुष्कर में।
इस जर्नी में मैं अपनी कैवलरी यानी घोड़ों और ऊंटों की सेना ले आगे बढ़ूंगा।
दुर्गा माता की जय।
और एक पुराने दौर की जिंदगी का रोमांच आपसे साझा करूंगा।
ब्रेड पकौड़े खाने का मन कर रहा है।
ये यात्रा चुनौतियों भरी होगी पर मुस्कुराते हुए पूरी होगी। बने रहिए रोमांच और साहस से भरी इस दास्तां में हमारी सेना के साथ। द कैवलरी गोज टू जोधपुर।
प्रत्येक शुक्रवार रात 11 बजे डीडी नेशनल पर।
आइए देखते हैं इस सब के बीच हमें कश्मीर कैसा दिखा। देखिए अनसीन कश्मीर विद प्रतीक वासन प्रत्येक शुक्रवार शाम 7 बजे और पुनः प्रसारण रविवार शाम 5 बजे सिर्फ डीडी नेशनल पर।
एक शादी कच्ची उम्र की, जिम्मेदारी रिश्तों के फिक्र की, कैसे खिलेगा अरमान बंद मुट्ठी का।
देखिए ससुराल झुनकी का सोमवार से गुरुवार रात 8:30 बजे, पुनः प्रसारण सुबह 11 बजे डीडी नेशनल पर।
Welcome back to Hockey Live. Sandeep Somesh is here with me, and right now you can see he's taken my clipboard and all my pages of information. He doesn't need any, but I'm wondering what he's looking into. I'm going to ask him about that. But before that, there are many questions which remain unanswered as far as Indian sport is concerned. But when it comes to hockey, and more specifically because these girls, these women are playing hockey tonight, and they've done the country very, very proud of the last 2 editions of the Olympics, even though they very narrowly failed to qualify for the Paris Games. Now, what makes these girls so special? What exactly is the journey of these girls? How do they train? How do they get to where they are? This is a very special story brought to us by social media editor KD, and of course he's tracked them all the way to that very unique, very special facility at the Panposh Hostel.
Nestled in the heart of Rourkela, Odisha, Panposh Academy has been shaping the future of Indian hockey for decades. It's not just a training ground, it's a legacy. The academy has proudly produced some of the finest players who have represented India on global platforms.
यहाँ सेंटर से तो आपका देखिए लाजूस वाला है, इग्नेस है, प्रबोध है, उसका बाद आपका अमित रोहित दास है, नीलम संजीव खेस है, दीपसन तिर्की है, लड़की लोग से ज्योति सुनता कुल्लू है, सुभद्रा प्रधान है, बहुत इंटरनेशनल प्लेयर निकला है यहाँ से।
Here, every dream is nurtured with dedication, character, resilience and leadership, because hockey here is not just a game, it's a way of life.
जैसे मॉर्निंग में अभी विंटर सीजन में 7 बजे हम लोग का ग्राउंड रहता है, 7 बजे से 9 बजे तक, फिर उसके बाद ब्रेकफास्ट, देन रेस्ट, लंच, फिर रेस्ट और 3:30 को फिर से इवनिंग में प्रैक्टिस, फिर 5 o'clock तक, देन उसके बाद अपना अपना स्टडी करते हैं।
मेरे भैया जो स्टैनली विक्टर मीन्स है वो भी खेलते हैं, तो उनको देख के ही मैं स्टार्ट की थी खेलने के लिए। मैं एक स्ट्राइकर हूँ और मुझे स्ट्राइकर खेलना पसंद है, और मैं अभिषेक को देख के ही मैं मतलब उनका बॉल कंट्रोल और उनका डोजिंग ट्राई वगैरह बहुत अच्छा लगता है, तो मुझे अभिषेक बहुत अच्छे लगते हैं।
मैं जब हॉकी नहीं स्टार्ट की थी तब मुझे लगता था कि मैं गांव में ही रहूँगी, कुछ कर नहीं पाऊँगी, लेकिन जब हॉकी खेलने स्टार्ट की तो मैं बाहर मतलब अलग स्टेट भी खेलने गई, अलग स्टेट का लोगों से मिली, तो मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा, एक्सपीरियंस भी हुआ मेरा। कोशिश तो यही है कि हम भी इंडिया टीम में जाएं।
bevy of superstars. That's where they originate from. The very famous, very iconic Panposh Sports Hostel facility right here in the heart of Sundargarh here in Odisha, the hub and heart of Indian hockey. Excellent story there by KD. Of course, and now we move back to the ground, and of course, minutes back, cameras managed to spot both the teams. There on your screens, you can see the Delhi SG Pipers who are coming into the stadium. Of course, they know they have the job cut out. They need to really play out of their skins if they are going to come back in this tournament, having already been beaten twice in the first two games. They cannot take the liberty, or rather afford the luxury of facing another loss. And to start off, first and foremost, they need to score goals. They haven't yet scored a single one. In case you're still wondering, why does he have my clipboard? I'm going to tell you. But we'll also be informed that the Soorma Hockey Club, of course, they're brimming with confidence. They are also in the house. A short while back, there they are. They have come into the stadium, this facility, and of course, they are absolutely prepped. Remember, they are number one on the points table, 2 wins out of 2, and they've also scored 6 goals, which includes 5 field goals and 1 goal from a penalty strike. They will be looking for a third win in succession. If they do that, they'll be much more of a certainty to make it to the last 4 stage. Sandeep Somesh, why does he have this in his hands? I told you. Why? What are you reading? Can you tell me?
Actually, you know, you've been fooling me. It's all in Bengali, and you know I don't read Bengali.
No. I'm sorry, but you know, he's just trying to pull a fast one on you, not on me. The reason is that tomorrow there is no match. Tomorrow there is no match here in Rourkela. So Sandeep Somesh, Ashley Morrison, Naveen Shawry, Bhim Singh, our crack team, I mean, they are planning. I think they're planning to go somewhere, and that's what he's reading upon.
You're part
that's the
of
answer.
it too. Say that.
The Delhi coach. I'll get back to him post the show. Dave Smolinars. Now, let's listen in how he plans to get his team back on track.
Hello, coach. What's the game changer you're counting on to secure Delhi SG Pipers' first win of the season?
Yeah, we really wanted first win, right? Its goal scoring is being effective. We created enough chances in both first matches, and enough penalty corners, enough field chances. We had enough possession, so now we just have to get the first ball over the line and then go from there.
Thank you so much. All the best.
Of course, Dave Smolinars looks very, very confident. Of course, he knows, and as he said, his team first have to sound the board. They need to start scoring goals. On the other hand, the Soorma coach, our dear Sandy's good old friend Jude Menezes, what is he planning to do to keep his winning streak going? Let's listen in.
Hi, coach. How do you plan to maintain the intensity and momentum from the consecutive wins to extend your lead at the top of the points table?
Yeah, we discussed about this in our team meeting today, and we talked about focusing on our processes, and each game is important, so whatever has happened over the last 2 days, 2 games, but this is a new game. We start from fresh, right, all over again, and yeah, let's follow our processes. That's all we're focusing on.
Thank you so much. All the best.
Thank you very much.
Jude Menezes, if you don't know who Jude Menezes is, well, that's a big problem, because Jude Menezes has been a very big name as far as Indian hockey is concerned. This time though, he's here with the Soorma Hockey Club. Before I ask you about the prediction, are you done with, can I have it back?
If you don't have any good places to go to, Sanjeev.
So see, I told you, he was actually checking my notes to see whether he can go sightseeing with Ashley Morrison and company tomorrow. But on that note, very quickly, I'm sure I know your answer, but still, last night your heart was beating for the Pipers against the Lancers. Tonight, is it still beating for the Pipers, or you think Soorma is too strong for it?
I just think Soorma is a bit too strong in the way they've started.
Okay.
But we did hear the coach of the Pipers say that they have created chances, but they've not got the goals. So,
they haven't got the goals.
You know, it's. I still think it's the Soorma's game.
You think it's the Soorma's game, and the win predictor for Hero HIL also says the same. It says it's giving a 2-1 to Soorma, in the sense that 67% fancy Soorma's going to win this, 33% are saying Pipers. I still think, I have a sneaking feeling that Sandeep Somesh, his heart is still beating for Delhi like it did last night. Maybe he doesn't want to say it on camera after the 5-1 hammering they were handed by the Vedanta Kalinga Lancers. Remember, the commentary option is available in English with Sandy and of course Ashley Morrison, Hindi, Sunil Taneja, Meer Ranjan Negi, Naveen Shawry and John in Tamil, and Swarnalata and Bhim Singh in Telugu. Take your pick, take a break. We'll be back with the start.
राम ये नाम इस महादेश की चेतना में रचा बसा है। प्रभु श्री राम की कथा रामायण हम सब ने सुनी या पढ़ी है, और उस कथा को हम सबको दिखाने वाले थे श्री रामानंद सागर जी।
मंगल पावन सरस सुहावन।
लगभग 36 साल के बाद रामानंद सागर का परिवार फिर लेकर आ रहा है एक अद्भुत राम कथा, काकभूषणी रामायण।
दुविधा शंका दोष मिटाती।
उनकी अनसुनी कथाएं जिसके सूत्रधार राम भक्त सिद्ध काकभूषणी स्वयं है। काकभूषणी को तो जानते होंगे आप लोग। जी हाँ, ये श्री राम के सर्वश्रेष्ठ भक्त हैं, जिन्होंने अब तक अनेकों युगों में 14 बार रामायण देखी है।
14 बार श्री राम अवतार का दुर्लभ दर्शन पाया इन्होंने। 27 कल्पों से राम कथा नित गाते, अजर अमर है, अजर अमर है, अजर अमर है।
राम रसायन और भक्ति के रस में डूबने के लिए आप सब तैयार हो जाइए, और इस रामायण को भी वैसे ही प्रेम दीजिए जैसे आपने रामानंद सागर जी की रामायण को दिया था। जय श्री राम।
काकभूषणी रामायण सोमवार से गुरुवार शाम 7:30 बजे, रात 10 बजे पुनः प्रसारण सुबह 9:30 बजे डीडी नेशनल पर।
फौजी की एक ही सोच, एक ही धर्म, एक ही कर्म। आपका देश, हमारा देश, अपना देश, ये भारत देश।
फौजी है, फौजी है।
फौजी 2 सोमवार से गुरुवार रात 9 बजे, पुनः प्रसारण सुबह 11:30 बजे डीडी